Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kuli. So today I'll be teaching you guys how to make a palazzo trouser. It's very simple, and this is the result of the one that I've made already. So let's go and start it. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification button. Thank you. Before you start, you have to get your starting line. So this is your starting point, and it's a palazzo trouser. So I'm offing 2 for the band. I'm minusing 2 for the band. When you minus 2, you get your hip length. I'm using 10 inches for her hip length. So you can measure your hip length. So after getting her hip length, because it's a high waist, that's why I'm using 10 inches. So after getting your hip length, you get your crotch length. Your crotch length, you can measure your crotch length also, but how I do it is that her hip measurement divide by 4 plus 1 inch is like her hip is 43 divided by 4, 10.75 plus 1, that is 11.75. That is your 11.75. That is her crotch line. So from that her crotch line, you come down by 3 inches for her thighs measurement. So after getting your crotch line, you come down by 3 inches from your crotch line. You come down by 3 inches. That's to get the thighs measurement. You can still take it from your crotch line, but it won't give it a perfect fitting. You'll notice that the trouser will be entering your private part. So for you to get a perfect crotch thigh line, you come down by 3 inches from the crotch line. So after that, if you want, if this is your nail line, your nail length, you can minus 2 and get your nail length. You can take your measurement, but I'm using 19 in this case. So minus 2 and get your nail line. Here it is 19.75. So after that, you see minus 2. You see minus your band to get your full length. Here her full length is 42, but I'm using 45. If it's too long, I'll trim it off. If you don't use extra length, I normally add up to 3 inches. So if it's too long, I'll trim off so that it doesn't look jumped up. So after that, you take your hip measurement. Her hip is 10.75. You add 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches allowance. Here you add your 1.5 inches. You take it down to the crotch line. So from there, from her hip, you still extend it up to her waist, up to your waist. So after that, you get your hip extension, your crotch extension. How you extend it up to her waist, up to your waist. So after that, you get your hip extension, your crotch extension. How do you get your crotch extension? Her hip is 10.75. So that 10.5, your hip, whatever you get in your hip, you still divide it by 4. That is to get her crotch extension. I'm getting 2.6. You use your 2.6, so you connect it from here and give it again. You still, if you get your hip, you still divide it by 4. That is your crotch extension. That is what you use. Be careful not to curve it too much so it doesn't look too curvy. So after that, you measure whatever you have on your crotch extension. I have 15.75. You still divide that 15.75. Whatever you get, you put it here. Divide it. Whatever you have, that is where you take your thighs measurement, because your thighs are tools for you to fit perfectly on your thighs. You divide it. So her thigh is 25. 25 divided by 2 is 12.5 plus 1, that is 13.5. So 13.5, you still have to get the middle of point. So for you to take, you remember that you take her waist measurement. This is where you take her waist measurement from this line. So you take her waist. Her waist here is 43. So 43, that's 8.75. Sorry. 8.5 you plus, because I'm using elastic, so you add 2 inches allowance for it to fit perfectly, and that is it. If you're adding zip, I'll show you what to do. And if you want to add that, so from there you get your nipple to a little, that is your, you get 4. From 4 you can extend it down to 5 inches to 6 inches. That is, you take 1/2 inches on the both sides. That is how to get your dart, and that is it. So let's do and cut the back. The next thing we are done with the front pattern. The next thing you do is to draft out the back pattern. First, you come down, you look at I've placed the front on the back to cut out the back. So first thing you do is come down from the front crouch, you come down by 1/2 inch. You come down by 1/2 inch. Then you extend it by 2 inches because because of the butt and the back is longer than the front, so the back is always longer than the front. You can use 1.5 to 2 inches to 2.5 inches, but I'm using 2 inches. So after getting that, you draw it back, you draw it down to the knee, you draw it close to the knee, you draw the line down to the knee. Then after that, you come to the waist part of the front one. You come in by 2 inches. At the crotch, you come down by 1/2. At the waist, you go up. You come in by 2 inches. Then you go up by 1.5. Why we do this is because the butt is big. Because if you don't do it, the butt will be drawing it back. So you have to go up by 1.5 inches to 2 inches to 2.5. But I'm using 2 inches. Make sure that you don't go too high. So after that, remember we came in by 2 inches. At the waist, the hip will go out. You will take back that 2 inches that you came in with. You place it here. You mark your 2 inches. This is the hip. The hip 2 inches. Then at the crouch, at the thighs, you add 1.5 inches. At the thighs, you add 1.5 inches. Here, 2 inches, 2 inches, 1.5 inches. Then down to the hemming part, you add 1 inch. At the hemming line, you come down by 1 inch. Then you connect the lines from the waist. You connect it this way. This is the hip. Then the 1.5 inch down to the 1 inch. Now to get the crotch, you raise it. Remember it came up by 1.5. You just draw it like this to join the crotch. This is the back crotch. You draw it this way to join the back crotch. After that, remember you draw a line from the waist this way to meet the 1.5 inches.